Rajiv, just give us a brief introduction.
Sir, my name is Rajeev Kumar Meena. I come from Behrod, Kotputli district of Rajasthan. I did my graduation in NIT from NIT Rourkela in civil engineering, and I prepared for civil service. And right now, I'm appearing for RBI interview.
Okay. When you have completed your graduation?
Sir, I did in 2020.
Okay. After that, you preparing only for UPSC?
Yes, sir. I gave 5 attempts, sir, and I wrote 3 mains.
Okay. Then you are not applying for the UPSC 25, 26?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay. Okay. So you have a background from civil engineering, and then you preparing for UPSC. How come RBI?
Yes, sir. Sir, though I always wanted to join public service, that was my dream. So then I prepared for 4-5 years, and I realized that my goal did not materialize that I wanted to. And I also realized that RBI is also a place where I get opportunity to work on issues of national importance. And these are the issues which basically without their success, there cannot be any grassroots development, be it inflation or monetary policy stability or access to credit. So I think that this aligns with my what I wanted to do, that is public service. Along with that, I also realized that I want a stable career trajectory going forward, and so these are my reasons, sir.
So then, why you are not going for state PCS and SSC like examination? There also you'll get the similar sort of opportunities.
Yes, sir. Sir, I did apply for state PCS. I appeared in RAS mains in this year. I did not make it into interview. Mm-hmm. And as far as SSC is concerned, sir, I believe that sir, that work in RBI is much more challenging. It's also exciting as well, because we work on different issues. And in SSC, the work is more like mechanical. And I think, given, sir, I had a lot of ambitions, and there was a change of attitude. So I always looking forward to go upwards in my career, sir.
Okay. So do you have any work experience also?
No, sir. I did had opportunity, but I did not work, sir.
Okay. Because you are NIT graduate, so okay, fine. So can you list down 3-4 things which you have learned from your UPSC preparation?
Yes, sir. Sir, the most important I realize is the mental resilience, how to be similar in situation of failure or success. And the second important thing, sir, is about adaptability. I know, sir, that I did prepare, and I was self-aware what I was doing, and which actually allowed me to be calm. And most of the time what happens is that when you prepare for 5-6 years, you lose your composure, and there is a health issues, and there is also mental breakdowns. Many students suffer from that, but I think, sir, I did well there, and because I knew what I was doing. And sir, finally I also learned that, sir, how not to be affected by the situations, there's a stress situation as well, and other pressure situations.
Okay. Who else are there in your family?
Sir, my father, my mother, and my sister.
Okay. What your father and mother do?
Sir, my father is a government lecturer. He teaches Sanskrit, and my mother is Anganwadi worker.
Okay. Nice. OP, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Rajeev, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Which RBI publication you have gone through recently?
Sir, I did read 2 speeches. I also read a financial stability report. I also went through monetary policy committee meetings, and sir, these were the most important ones.
When is the next monetary policy announcement?
Sir, it is to be happen on 4th or 6th February, like today, and so.
Okay, and how Reserve Bank conducts monetary policy?
Sir, Reserve Bank conducts monetary policy under RBI Act 1934, Section 45 ZB, under which there is a monetary policy committee consisting 6 members, 3 internal and 3 external. And sir, then the discussion goes on, and there are feedbacks are taken from household expectation, like inflation expectation survey in other entities. And then, sir, they basically through consensus and discussions, they reach out to repo rate, which is a policy rate, and through which, sir, that monetary policy, like the policy is made, and then, sir, there is a financial market operation department of RBI, which actually is a operation arm of MPC, which implemented in actual economy.
Which department of RBI organizes monetary policy committee meetings?
Sir, it is monetary policy department.
Okay. Have you come across a term, minimum reserve system?
Yes, sir, I have come.
What is it?
Sir, it means that RBI has to maintain a minimum reserve system of 200 crore, out of which, sir, 115 crore has to be in gold, and 85 has to be in other government securities. So, sir, this allows RBI to issue currencies whenever there is exigencies without worrying that there are enough asset or not. So this is the minimum reserve system.
Is it a good level for maintaining whatever the objective is?
Sir, earlier the earlier mandate was that RBI has to maintain around 400 to 500 crore, but now it has been reduced to 200 crore. Sir, basically it allows RBI that flexibility to deal with currency management issues, and whenever there is a liquidity crunch. So I think, sir, it is a good.
What may be the gold holding with the Reserve Bank?
Sir, in the asset department, although I'm not absolutely sure about it, sir, it has to be around $123 billion in gold. And if we talk about overall gold holding, then it has to be around 800 billion, sir. Sorry, 800 million tons, sir.
Now gold prices are going up, and they have recently come down also, again going up. What may be the reason for that?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first and foremost, it has to be because it is a sir, like there is a lot of global headwinds are going on and a lot of uncertainties there. So global investor, they are seeing it as a safe haven. So they are investing in the gold to basically hedge against the risk that can come up because of the geopolitical tension. Second, sir, because even RBI, sir, RBI is reducing its investment in the US Treasury bills. Why? Because, sir, US can use that investment as a weapon to impose some kind of sanction on India. So RBI is also investing in gold because it also wants to be more secure against any kind of external threats. So these are the reasons, sir, that why gold prices are rising.
Is there any suggestion in the budget to in reference to the gold holding by public, gold investments? Was there any recommendation?
Sorry, sir, I could not recall. I did not read it properly.
Have you heard about gold bonds?
Yes, sir, I did.
Who issues them?
Sir, RBI issues under sovereign gold bond schemes on the behalf of the government.
Okay, there was some proposal regarding gold bonds in the budget.
Yes, I have to read, sir.
Okay. Tell me something more. In the budget, what specific recommendations were regarding banking?
Thank you. Yes, sir. There was a proposal that government is thinking to allow corporates to open bank branches. So that was the like most important one. And others, sir, I believe I could not recall, but this is something I read about it.
Have you not gone through budget speech?
Sir, I did through newspaper, but there is a family tragedy, so it was very haphazard in manner.
Okay. Have you come across the term ULI?
Sorry, sir, I could not hear.
ULI.
ULI, yes, sir. You mean unified ULI? Sorry, sir, I have to take few seconds.
Okay. No issue. Services sector is very important for the Indian economy.
Yes, sir.
What is the contribution of services sector in the GDP?
Sir, service sector contributes around 55% of Indian GDP. And if we have to like see more, then it contributes around 4.2% of India's like contribution in the world trade. So it's very significant, sir.
Okay, in recently US-India trade deal, there was some talk about the services sector. What was it?
Sir, I'm not absolutely sure about it, but there were talks about the India purchasing 500 billions of all kind of like whether it is tech or in AI or in defense. So I have to read about it, sir.
That is commodity related, not
Yes, sir.
not services related. Okay. Tell me. You tell me some 5 important, significant developments which have taken place in the banking industry.
Yes, sir. Sir, the foremost, I would say that according to financial stability report as well as even the budget, they have indicated, sir, that asset quality is very good of Indian banks. When it comes to NPA, it is gross NPA, it is around 2.2%. The net NPA is around 0.6%, and the provision coverage ratios are around 76%, which is again good, sir. And when it comes to, sir, the core equity capital tier 1, which is again Indian banks are maintaining around 9%, which is more than the Basel norm says. So that is a good side, sir. And second important development is that, sir, RBI has RBI is basically, sir, like there is a provision or that to use or to increase the use of CBDC, which is digital currency, in the banking system in order to avoid the intermediaries and also to boost the financial inclusion. So third important development in banking sector is that, sir, there has been some consolidation of bankings, like public sector banks has been reduced to 28 to 12. And so these are I can recall right now.
Good. What about recovery?
Recovery, yes, sir. Sir, I'm not like absolutely aware about it, but RBI has said that, sir, the recovery, that reduction in the NPA and GNPA, it was not because of the upgradation or recovery, but it was because of the high return of the loans. So this is all I know about it.
Diversified banks.
Sir, sorry, sir,
Means it's in the Indian scene. It's not only the commercial banks.
Yes, sir.
There are small banks.
Yes, sir.
Different types of banks, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Regional rural banks, cooperative banks, urban cooperative banks. They are catering to the different segments of the society.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. That's from me for the present. Mr. Pushpak.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, Raju.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, you are giving UPSC and you gave 3 mains. What is your optional subject?
Sir, my optional subject is sociology.
Sociology. Any specific reason behind that?
Sir, when I started, I did my graduation in civil engineering, thinking that I might take it as an optional because it is we can take as an optional, but it was too technical and I could not keep up with it. So I thought that what interests me. So I thought about PSIR or even sociology. Sociology because it's study about society. I get to know about more how people interact and what are the social institutions. More importantly, sir, it also overlaps with a lot of UPSC syllabus. We get help in GS1 essay and also in making opinions. So that is why I took it.
Okay, good. So can you tell me 3 major social issues India facing right now?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first I can think is, sir, reduction in communal harmony. That we have seen a lot of cases of communal violences and sectarian violences, and even new cases that we never heard of, which is lynching, mob lynching. And so these are basically undermine our social fabric, something that we have taken pride in. Secondly, sir, although we have done pretty well in when it comes to women empowerment, but women continues to face a lot of issues, the gender violence, not only in public but also in private space as well. So that thing needs to be definitely, there has to be more steps there. And third is, sir, because although we as a country, there has been a lot of step when it comes to caste discrimination and caste violences, but every single day, sir, we see that there are like issues that are coming in the news, and they continue to take different steps, be it explicit or in a very covert manner. So these are the three issues that I think, sir, they still affect India, and we have
Okay.
to do more.
Good, very good. So when it comes to gender budgeting, this year's budget, what women-oriented initiatives or announcements were there?
Sorry, sir, I have to read budget more thoroughly. I just glanced it through.
Okay, fine. You don't remember even a single one?
Sorry, sir, I don't.
Okay, not an issue. Like just few minutes back, there was a question regarding gold prices, and you answered that really very well. So another precious metals valuation is going beyond gold, and that is silver.
Yes, sir.
So why silver is getting so much costlier?
Sir, the foremost reason has to be our emphasis on renewable energy. We are actually not only India, which is fourth largest renewable energy producer, but there is a competition, sir, to develop semiconductors, to develop solar EVs. So for that, sir, demand has increased a lot, and there has been a deficit in most of the countries. And also, sir, the production is also very concentrated in few countries, whether it is Chile, even India also produces. Second, again, sir, the same region, because many people seeing it as a safe haven, so they are investing it and to hedge against any other risk that are coming up. So these are the two reasons that I can think of.
Okay, but why sudden rise in the silver? Still no concrete answer for that. We
Sir-
can think about the gold, we can think about the platinum, because they're the very precious, they are in demand. Silver suddenly got up. Is there any other reason behind that?
Sorry, sir, these are the two reasons I can think of.
Okay, fine. When it comes to sovereign gold bond, like you mentioned just a few minutes back, there is something called as a digital gold issued by many fintech companies, many NBFCs. So what is the difference between the sovereign gold bond and the digital gold, except involvement of RBI and the government? Other than that, what are the differences?
Sorry, sir, I don't know exact reasons.
Okay, fine. Do you know about prompt corrective action?
Yes, sir, I do know.
Okay, can you explain it?
Sir, a prompt corrective action plan, it basically a tool of supervision of the banking and financial system. It was designed and brought by Biman Jalan, sir, who was a former governor. And so it focuses that, sir, it basically checks whether a bank have enough core capitals to deal with any instant shock. It also aims that whether banks are not relying on borrowing for their day-to-day operation in terms of the leverage ratio. They check that as well. And so finally, they also check whether bank has enough provisions to deal with if the asset goes into non-performing way. So this is the part of PCA. And sir, if the banks fails to comply with PCA provision, then there are restrictions that RBI imposes. For example, the dividend will be reduced, and there will be restriction on the expansion of the bank branches as well. And further, sir, RBI can also, if things goes into very extreme, then RBI can also cancel their banking license.
Okay, there are some threshold concept under the PCA. Can you tell me some numbers under those thresholds?
Yes, sir. So provision coverage ratio, sir, 70% is considered very good, but Indian banks are maintaining around 76, so which is good.
CRAR?
CRAR, sir, the Basel norms prescribe around 8%. RBI says it has to be 9% just for to have better shield, and they are maintaining around 17%, sir, according to this year's.
And NPA?
NPA, sir, gross NPA is around 2.2% and net NPA
My
around 20.
question is not about how much it is right now. My question is about the under PCA thresholds. We have 3 thresholds. Under that, what is a minimum pointers or minimum numbers mentioned?
Yes, sir. Sir, sorry, I'm not aware about it.
Okay. You are from the civil engineering, right?
Yes, sir.
So why do large infrastructure projects often face cost overruns?
Yes, sir. Sir, there can be few reasons. The first and foremost is the sir environment clearances. We do have environment regulations, and because of that, sometimes what happens, sir, the whole infrastructure projects get entangled into the judicial cases, which leads to delay. And so that is the one reason. Second, sir, land acquisition issues. Lot of infrastructure projects they do are spread over sometime tribal areas or lands which are basically under which they are subsidized in nature. So that also again, sir, leads to delays. So these are the two most important reasons, sir, why infrastructure projects get delayed. And then there can be another as well, sir, because sometimes own material has been used, so there can be bad designing, and then they have to redesign it again. So these are the reasons, sir.
Okay, so to cover these overrun cost, what initiatives we have taken in last few years?
Yes, sir. So the most important we have taken PM Gati Shakti. PM Gati Shakti, sir, it not only streamline whole process, whether it is from single window for registration or clearances and regulations, and it also we have also, sir, incentivize public-private partnership. So through which government will focus on effective or swift clearances, and the public, then the private parties, sir, they will increase their like funds, and as well as they reduce the delays.
Any other thing?
Sir,
We
sorry,
created
sir.
one institutions to handle such kind of cost overrun problems or financial issues.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Okay, you heard about NAFID?
Yes, sir, I have heard.
Okay, so is it helping?
Yes, sir. Sir, NAFED is a all India financial institution, and its basic aim is to provide long-term and medium and long-term credit and to infrastructure projects. So it basically reduces that pressure on the banks, and so yes, sir, it is very helpful when it comes to credit access.
Okay, there is a concept called as a REITs and ENVITs. Okay, you heard about that?
Yes, sir, I did heard.
So what is that?
Sir, I know very low, like I have very limited understanding on it. They are NBFCs, and sir, they basically engage in infrastructure project and investment as well. So that much, sir, I know.
Yes, I
about.
will ask one question regarding that. Who regulates these REITs and ENVITs?
Yes, sir. Sir, SEBI, it is SEBI which regulates it.
Why?
Sir, because they do engage in like when it comes to raising the fund, they do it through stocks and sale and security markets. So that is why they come under the ambit of SEBI.
Okay, fine. How does RBI monitor the systemic risk?
Yes, sir. Sir, RBI monitors systematic risk through its. It has various tools, sir. For example, there is a RBI also conducts a stress test. So to see that whether banks or other NBFCs, they will how they will perform when the GDP goes down or suddenly unemployment increases. And others, sir, RBI also has board of supervisions and department of supervisions. So through which it actually see through on-site and as well off-site supervisions, and it has it also, sir, under which it has a prompt corrective action plan through which it sees that whether banks are complying or not and to the Basel norms. Then, sir, RBI also has tools called DUX, which is a new sub-tag, which is DUX. So DUX actually monitors that whether, sir, all the banking institutions, they are complying to whether it is cybersecurity norms or whether it is capital norms. So, sir, through which this is how, sir, RBI maintains that there is.
Okay, that's it for from now. Yes, sir. My sir.
Rajiv. So Rajiv, yeah, like I'm trying to understand your signature. It's in Hindi or English or like what is this?
Sir, this is in Hindi.
It's a Hindi only, right? Okay, fine. So can you tell something like, sir, ask you one question about the systematic risk. Can you tell the differences between systematic and unsystematic?
Sir,
So
systematic.
one line of difference only.
Yes. Sir, unsystematic risk can come up it can come up from anywhere, sir. It is not inherent in the system. When it comes to systematic risk, which means that because system means that there are small units which makes the whole unit, and if there's a issue in the one unit, then it leads to collapse of the whole unit. So that
Are
is
you
the
sure
systematic.
about this?
Sir, this
Or
is
are you just going with the meaning systematic or unsystematic?
yes, sir. I may have gone into little.
Yes. You are going with the terminology only. You are going wrong.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about systemic risk? Not systematic, it is systemic.
Sorry, sir. I have to read more. I got
Okay.
confused.
Can you tell 3-4 things about the state of economy of Rajasthan?
Yes. Sir, Rajasthan, the gross GDP, it was around 17 point something lakh crore. I'm not absolutely sure about it. We have the Rajasthan contribution to India's GDP around 5%. And sir, Rajasthan actually recently in 2024, it hosted a global investment summit through which it also tried to bring more investment in the in different sectors. Rajasthan, sir, is also through there is a refinery project that is going on in Badra, Badme, and once it is completed, sir, it will not only lead to downstream benefits in terms of the value addition and other processing industry, which will lead to more employment creation. Further, sir, Rajasthan, although it lacked industrialization since independence, now it has grown a lot, especially through RICO, which has created a lot of industrial zones in terms of like even the place where I am from, sir, there is a RICO called Japanese zone in Bhairod, Nimarana, and then even the Bihari sector is also quite developed, especially when it comes to automobile sectors. So these are
so like maximum dependency we have on agriculture or the service sector.
Sir, in Rajasthan, the contribution of agriculture to Rajasthan GDP is around 27%. And similarly, sir, industries also equally contributes 28%. So they are both. Rajasthan is a service-driven economy, which contributes around 43% of GDP.
Nice. Okay. That's it from my side. OP, sir?
Yeah, thank you. Rajiv,
Yes, sir.
tell me, what is the difference between NBFC and bank?
Yes. Sir, banks, they, like if we have to define banks as an entity, then banks who receive deposits and who lends the money to the borrowers. Then NBFC, sir, they basically do banking like functions, like they also engage in loans and advances, but they are not part of payment and settlement system, sir. They do not receive deposits until unless it is NBFC deposit taking. Sir, they also cannot issue credits and checks and debit cards. And so, and they are although they have to register with RBI Act 1934, but they are basically, sir, they start their business as a company. So these are the difference between the NBFC and sir banks.
It means that the NBFCs are also doing the same work which banks are doing.
Almost similar, sir. Yes, sir.
Why we need them?
Yes. Sir, the most important reasons is because, sir, we want to ensure that there is enough or adequate credit access to different section of society. So we have a NBFC called NBFC microfinance institutions. That, sir, caters to local farmers or agriculture's micro entrepreneurs in the village and even rural areas. So this is the most important one, sir. Second is, sir, because because India is a growing developing country, we need investment, we need capital, sir. And NBFC, sir, it also finances large infrastructure projects. We have NBFC which basically only catering to infrastructure sectors. So these are the reasons, sir. And again, sir, we can say that Although NBFC, they do similar kind of function, but they also ensuring that there is a financial inclusion, and which happens in very inclusive manner. So these are the reasons why we need NBFCs.
Okay. What is financial inclusion?
Yes, sir. So financial inclusion means that access to financial services to all underserved and excluded section of society, and at the affordable rate.
How it's measured?
Sir, to measure, RBI basically brings a financial inclusion index, and right now, sir, the score is around 67%, 67.0, which means that there has been a improvement in quality as well as access and uses. But we have to work more on the uses. People having accounts, but they are not using it for access to pension or insurance. There are also issues of a zero bank balance and inactive accounts. So that doesn't help. So we have to work on that, sir.
What may be the level of financial inclusion in Rajasthan?
Yes, sir. Sir, especially in the urban area, there has been a growth in financial inclusion. People are using that. For example, the government has distributed smartphones so that to bring excluded section into the formal economy. And again, sir, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, and there is a Chiranjeevi scheme. So through which, sir, it also ensured that insurance and pension schemes get distributed among people, all the population. But there are issues, especially in the tribal sections in Dungarpur, Banswara, and even desert areas of Badmer and Jaisalmer, where banking correspondents are not able to reach to, they are not able to ensure last mile delivery. So these are the issues.
So what should be done?
Sir, to basically bridge this gap, we can again, sir, we can increase bank mitras, and for better targeting, sir, as RBI already has brought its CBDC at the pilot form. So if we are able to basically make it programmable, that CBD, if we make it programmable, which means that we can cater specific sections and reduce leakages, that will again, sir, enhance the financial inclusion.
See, CBDC is a very high level issue.
Yes, sir.
आप कह रहे हो ना कि वहां पर अभी फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन ही नहीं हुआ है या बहुत कम है, तो सीबीडीसी तो कम से कम थोड़े एजुकेटेड लोगों में या जिनको अवेयरनेस है, उनमें काम करेगा.
Yes, sir. I can think other as well. For example, sir, we can again expansion of the bank branches, especially through RRBs and small finance banks and payment banks, and then we, sir, can also basically streamline the priority sector lendings to cater to specific sections like women, which we're already doing, and farmers, sir. So this is how we can increase it.
Okay, my last question to you. I say Reserve Bank actually mandate is price stability and growth. Why Reserve Bank is indulging in inspection of banks, such a big paraphernalia they are having? Why Reserve Bank need to inspect? Each bank, they have a head office, they have a chairman, they have a board. Why they cannot take care of their operation?
Yes, sir. Sir, price stability is a goal, as also the growth is also good. But sir, price stability cannot be maintained if there is a bank collapse. Sir, price stability cannot be maintained if there is a bank run. So RBI's mandate is to protect the customers, their deposits, and for which RBI has DICC, which ensures their deposits. Further, sir, RBI cannot allow disruption of the financial systems like banking systems. So if they are having high NPA, how will they be able to lend to citizens? So, for example, sir, RBI reduces repo rate. I'm taking hypothetical example, sir. So if RBI reduces repo rate and banks are having high NPA, which means they are not having enough liquidity to lend to people, which means that RBI's monetary policy will not be effectively transmitted, because they have not enough loan, which means that they have high interest rate, but RBI saying that it has to be low when repo rate is low. So price stability, sir, cannot go without there is enough supervision or regulations. We have to have financial stability for that as well.
Good, fine. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Pushpuji?
Yes, thank you, sir. Okay, Raju, can you tell me about Swamiya Fund?
Swamiya Fund, sir. Sir, Swamiya Fund, it is basically to finance stall housing projects. So that much I know about it.
Anything else other than that?
Sir, I have to read more.
Okay, fine. My one question is, should RBI allow the weaker banks to fail? What do you think?
I believe, sir, I think not only it goes against the mandate of RBI, but it is also will be bad for our economy. So we cannot allow banks to fail, although there has been some failure, whether it is PMC banks or any NBFC like ILFS and DHFL. But because, sir, they were, because RBI has so many functions that it was pretty, and they were also like, they were engaging shadow bankings because NBFC can. But however, RBI has brought many tools and instruments now to monitor and to check their asset quality. So it cannot allow them to fail because it will lead to not only disruption, but also it will affect the consumer savings, and it will reduce the confidence in the RBI as an institution.
But these weaker banks can create a problem for the economy also, because if you want to go for the developed country, we need a stronger banks, more stronger banks, which can present India globally.
Yes,
But
sir.
these weaker banks can pulling the legs of that particular ideology. So what do you think about that?
Yes, sir, you are right about it. And for that, there has been some progress, like we have done bank consolidations so that we can grow a larger banks, which can not only cater to the large section of society because it will have better capitals, but it also will be engaging in cross-border payment systems and catering to a large section of society. So right now, sir, we only have SBI in top 50 banks, and given our country's economy and size, we need more banks for that matter, sir.
Okay, fine. One last question. Suppose the inflation is from supply side. So do you think RBI will become powerless in that situation?
Sir, it has been cited as one of the challenges for monetary policy transmission, because RBI cannot control, sir, cost plus inflations, because it comes from the structure of economy, whether it is lack of connectivity, which leads to spoilage in perishable commodity leading to food inflation, or whether it is unemployment and then government giving unemployment allowances, which means that there is a more liquidity among the people suddenly, which leading to inflation. So cost plus inflation, sir, can also come from the conflict regions, which leads to supply chain disruptions, like we saw in Russia-Ukraine wars. So yes, sir, it is a challenge, but RBI has very limited role in it, and it has to be supplemented with fiscal policy, where government ensure that it doesn't give MSP continuously or cash transfers continuously, so that it can control supply and demand.
Okay. Yes, that's it from our side. That's all from the mock.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Rajeev. What do you think? How you perform?
Sir, I have to read more on budget and economic survey thoda, and I also feel that I can structure my answer bit better, and so these were the two I think I felt.
Okay, fine. We'll give you one by one feedback. Yes, we'll start with Mahesh, sir.
Thank you, Pushpak sir. So Rajiv, yeah, like this is a bit confusing. I won't be able to decide ki your interview is good or bad. Like with some question you are very good. With some question, like it is going in a wrong direction. So this is something which is a situation of confusion. The reason being, what I found ki that UPSC effect is there. It is clearly showing on your face. First thing, your personality is very good, but it can be like the energy level can be bit high. ठीक है? तो अभी इतना I'll not suggest कि take that much of pressure. ठीक है? I know that pressure is inside, but you do not have to reflect that particular one on your face. So
Yes, sir.
first thing is like you'll be having more confidence and all that will be more helpful. And like while you are answering things now, if you'll be to the point or specific now, that will be more helpful, right? So what we usually do, we are giving the background and others. If like somebody is asking, do you know about things? If you're with your answer yes, is like that means you know about things. If I'm coming to the question, Like, let's say you said yes, then I'm asking a question. You do not have to tell about the background that you have already agreed upon, right? And there are many areas, like there are many ways, other PCA related things, reads, systematic, unsystematic, or even 2 3 other questions also were there, where you try to confuse the आपका panel itself. You do not have actual knowledge of that particular one, maybe, or maybe you won't be able to answer that question in a direction what we want to ask. तो देखो यहाँ पे कंफ्यूज करने का कोई पॉइंट नहीं है. इफ यू नो यू नो, अदरवाइज लाइक जस्ट पास ऑन दैट थिंग्स. एंड आपका so you won't lose the another question which is coming to you. Maybe you know that particular question better, so that is my suggestion. Or thoda sa, like, if you'll be to the points, that will be more helpful in this particular case. And what you can do now, so like whenever they're asking question na, just you can take a pause, just process that particular things, like while they're asking the question, take a pause of 2 to 3 seconds. Then let's say you can speak 10 statement about that one. So these are the 2 best things or 3 best things. If they ask you to elaborate more or the other ways, then you can go for that one. You do not have to jump in, like once they are finishing, you are starting with the story and all. So that will be, even we took around 42 minutes for this one. It will not take that much time. But
Yes.
if you'll be more specific, it will help us. There will be more clarity. Like I'll
Yes.
be able to आपका define कि हाँ, this is the things what I want from this candidate, and he is clear about the things and all, right? तो वो थोड़ा सा जो यूपीएससी वाला इफेक्ट है, अगर आप उसको थोड़ा सा भी हटा करके रखेंगे, that will be more helpful. No
Yes.
doubt you're, as you do not have any work experience in others, question will be around the things. Current बहुत आपका missing है. Budget
Yes.
is one of the most important events right now we are having. So अगर वो आप बोल रहे हो कि नहीं किया, तो that is something कि वो दिक्कत हो जाएगा. तो before the interview you have to go through this very well.
Yes.
So that's it from my side. All the best. काम कीजिए इन पे, and you can record your own videos. You'll get some feedback also. Maintain that energy level throughout. Like if you
Yes.
go for 15 minutes or 50 minutes, you should maintain that one, and even the tone and other things also. So you are actively taking the question and also that energy level. So you have to आपको pass on that energy to the board also. So they'll be आपका active, the basic law of energy, right? OP sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Rajeev,
Yes, sir.
as sir has rightly said, the content of your interview will be hovering around latest developments,
Yes.
because your subject is not of much interest to them, and
Yes,
you
sir.
have work experience also. So whatever is the latest developments are there, budget is most important. Okay, EU India trade deal is important. USA deal is very important.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on 6th monetary policy will be announced.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the important developments for you,
Yes, sir.
and you have, I think you can answer better, because you know the things also,
Yes, sir.
but only you go in little more detail, and thereby either you get confused or they do not have a time to listen to you.
Yes, sir.
So you have to make your answer very concise.
Yes.
Okay, means that is what we can say. Some of the terms were not clear to you. ULI,
Yes, sir.
Unified Lending Interface.
Yes, sir. I knew, but I could not recall it, sir.
So go through those things, because they are new one, and under these schemes, banks are doing much better.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a simple way of processing loan application.
Yes.
And whatever information you need for sanctioning of a loan, everything is linked through this API-based
Yes. Yes.
system. So you will be getting all those things, and then you can. Now, there was one question on why Reserve Bank is inspecting. In fact, basically, वो तो सब चीजें ठीक है, सिस्टमिक प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है कहीं कहीं, लेकिन every bank is licensed by Reserve Bank.
Yes, sir.
And the letter given by Reserve Bank to a bank for a license, that this is your license, there are about 10-12 conditionalities are attached with that.
Yes, sir.
And Reserve Bank ensures that those conditionalities are being complied with by the banking system. So if I am giving a license, it is my responsibility to see whether you are complying with the conditionalities on which I am issuing a license to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is what they uh, they inspect, and then they give a report and they discuss with the head of the institution that this is your bank's financial standing, or in our opinion, this is the position of your bank. This is the action you are required to take. If things are very say adverse, then prompt corrective action. There is a time limit you have to comply with, and not only comply, you have to confirm to us.
Yes, sir.
We will have another meeting with you. You will have to prove that you are complying with that.
Yes, sir.
So that is the responsibility of the bank on that. So functioning of Reserve Bank, annual report of Reserve Bank, I think they will be important base material for you.
Yes,
Now
sir.
time is not much. I think about a week time for you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Only make yourself limited to latest developments.
Yes.
Other things you know, the broad things you know about Rajasthan economy, etc. You know about people, infrastructure, contribution. You know all those things. But now concentrate on the banking development and economic development.
Yes.
That will be good for you. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Pushpakji.
Yes, thank you, sir. Rajiv, there's a one thing which is very good with you, that is your analytical skill. You can analyze the thing, you can analyze the question, you can answer accordingly.
Yes,
But
sir.
every time this analytical skill will not going to help you. Sometimes
Yes.
you require the precise answer, the actual answer. Due to UPSC, you have these analytical skills. Like कोई भी point अगर आपके सामने आ जाए तो उसका analysis करके कुछ ना कुछ pointer तो आप बना के दे ही दोगे. ये
Yes, sir.
UPSC में automatic आता है. But when we are giving the RBI like exam, some things we should know and उसके answers वैसे ही आने चाहिए. ज्यादा analysis करने का मतलब ये है कि you don't know. You are just playing around and round. Okay, and it is not helpful. जैसे महेश सर और ओपी सर ने भी क्लियरली मेंशन किया है आपको कि यू नीड टू वर्क ऑन द बैंकिंग पार्ट. लाइक द पीसीए क्वेश्चन व्हिच आई हैव आस्क्ड, आई वाज आस्किंग समथिंग एल्स एंड यू आर टेलिंग मी समथिंग एल्स. ओके, and it clearly shows that you don't have the actual understanding of that, but still you wanted to answer and you answer something else, which is a wrong thing. If you don't know clearly, you can clearly mention ki sorry sir, I don't have the exact knowledge of that, okay, but I can give the like uska premise आप दे सकते हो. वो आपको करने की जरूरत है. अगर आप सिर्फ ऐसे ही आंसर करते रहे ना, तो वो
Yes,
जैसे महेश सर ने कहा कि यार अच्छा है कि बुरा है हम जज नहीं कर पा रहे, और वही रियलिटी है कि वो राइट डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है कि रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है, नहीं बता पाएंगे.
Yes, sir.
बाकी ओवरऑल एनालिसिस तो आपने सही से किया था काफी सारे चीजों का, कि बट वही है कि जब बैंकिंग की बात आती है, जब एक्चुअल आरबीआई के फंक्शंस, आरबीआई के रोल की बात आती है, तो जो प्रिसाइज आंसर्स की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो नहीं है. तो उससे होगा कैसे कि जो बाकी कैंडिडेट्स है, दे हैव द प्रिसाइज आंसर्स विद देम, कि विद द सेम बैकग्राउंड, माइट बी विद द सेम बैकग्राउंड, आल्सो द यूपीएससी बैकग्राउंड, बट दे हैव द प्रिसाइज आंसर्स, एंड वहां पे शायद आप पीछे रह जाओगे. दूसरा पॉइंट जो आपने भी खुद ने मेंशन किया और बाकी दो पैनल मेंबर ने भी कहा कि करंट पढ़ने की जरूरत. I guess he left. What I mean. Okay. Yes, Raju, am I audible?
Yes, sir. My laptop actually got discharged.
Okay, fine, not an issue. So भैया करंट थोड़ा सा अच्छे से पढ़ लीजिए.
Yes, sir.
बजट को, बाकी सारी डॉक्यूमेंट्स जो भी रिक्वायर्ड है, क्योंकि आपका इंटरव्यू उसी के बेसिस पे होगा. Once someone is from the UPSC background, not having any work experience, not having any banking experience, so questions will go around the current oriented scenario. थोड़ा
Yes,
सा
sir.
वहां पे आपको ध्यान देना है. बाकी तो
Definitely.
सही है, बस वही प्रिसाइज जो चीजें महेश सर और ओपी सर ने आपको बोली है, just focus on those things. Okay.
सर एक चीज मेरे को ये पूछनी थी कि बिकॉज वेन एवर आई एक्सप्लेन समथिंग, सो मेरा जो फेस है ना वो थोड़ा सा सीरियस हो जाता है एंड आई कैन नॉट ब्रिंग स्माइलिंग, थोड़ा सा वो मेरे से आ नहीं पा रहा है. इधर इट इज नॉट नेचुरल, और क्या करूँ इसमें मैं?
Yes, ओपी सर.
नहीं, अभी तो टाइम बहुत कम है. आई
Yes,
थिंक ऑल दीज थिंग्स दे रिक्वायर लॉट ऑफ टाइम.
यस सर. यस
Okay, you go as you are.
यस सर.
Okay, otherwise in this short time, there will be some confusion in your mind. I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
smiling, I'm replying. So don't
Mhm.
keep any pressure.
ओके
It's a natural way you reply that
Yes.
way. For future, definitely.
कितना
Yeah, for future, definitely, if you want to improve upon that, you have your recording and see.
Yes, sir.
Then,
Yes.
then you will be finding that what you are doing. For wherever the answer you know, you are happy. Where you are not knowing, you are serious.
Yes, sir.
Okay, make it a normal way. Okay, if I do not know, I do not know, because one is not supposed to know everything of it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, but only how to say no when you do not know.
Yes, sir.
So that approach will help.
Okay, sir. Okay. Understood, sir. Thank you so much.
इतना सीरियस भी नहीं है राजीव, लाइक ऑल गुड, ठीक है, जितना चाहिए उतना है। इस चीज के बारे में नहीं सोचिए अभी, क्योंकि बहुत कम दिन है हमारे पास। तो जो रीसेंट डेवलपमेंट अपडेट्स है ना, थोड़ा सा लिमिट कीजिए अपने आप को, उसी रेंज में सोचिए। बाकी जो बैकग्राउंड है आपका है, दैट्स इट, अभी उस पर बिल्कुल नहीं सोचना है।
ओके सर, वो जो क्वेश्चन जो आपने पूछा था कि व्हाई टू जॉइन आरबीआई, और जो मैंने आंसर किया, वाज इट एनफ और आई हैव टू स्ट्रीमलाइन और थोड़ा और?
हाँ, लाइक यू कैन, कि जैसे
Sir, you are mute.
So what you can say na in that case ki I have given 3 or 4 attempts of, and I have written mains after 3 times. So
Yes,
I
sir.
was start exploring some option during my final mains ki what will be my plan B, and this is something which like similar to that existing profile and all. That's why I appear in this examination. इस तरीके से आप उसको represent कर सकते हैं, and they also know, like we have taken many interviews and like many people are from the UPSC background this time. तो
Yes, sir.
इतना ज्यादा challenge नहीं आएगा इस पे। जो
और
है
sir-
मतलब like whatever it is na, so you have to represent it like that only, because like they also know everybody needs job, financial security and other things.
Yes, sir.
If you have cleared the examination, that means you are eligible for this job,
Yes,
right? So the only thing is like how you maximize your score in interview, that matters. So that will be come with your answers and all. But वही पॉइंट है कि like ना कंफ्यूज मत करना आप, जैसे
Okay.
बहुत सारे आंसर्स में ऐसा हुआ है, तो टू द पॉइंट्स रहेंगे, दैट विल बी मोर हेल्पफुल। मतलब आप मेरा भी टाइम बचा रहे हो, अपना भी बचा रहे हो।
Yes, sir.
अपना
Yes.
टाइम बचाने का मतलब है यू विल गेट वन अनदर अपॉर्चुनिटी, मे बी यू नो दैट क्वेश्चन वेरी वेल, तो वो
Yes.
चीज मिस नहीं करना। प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑलवेज देयर, राइट?
यस सर। सर एक फाइनल क्वेश्चन ये है कि ओपी सर ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी स्टेबिलिटी का, तो मैंने वहां पे एक हाइपोथेटिकल एग्जांपल दिया था कि सर अगर मतलब एनपीए ज्यादा हो जाएंगे तो उनके पास फंड नहीं होगा, तो फिर वो कैसे रेट कम कर पाएंगे?
वो
तो
एक्चुअली
क्या
आपने
ऐसे
इतना डिटेल में बता दिया था ना, मेरे को तो समझ ही नहीं आया आपका आंसर स्टार्ट से लेके एंड तक कहाँ गया करके। मतलब अगर आप उसको और ज्यादा प्रिसाइज होकर बोलते तो बेहतर रहता, रादर देन मतलब वो पूरा जो स्टार्ट स्टोरी से लेके एंड, जैसे मैंने आपको सिस्टमैटिक अनसिस्टमैटिक इसीलिए पूछा, आई वाज गेट की लाइक कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। जैसे सर ने आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा, देन आई वेंट फॉर दिस वन एंड यू वेंट कंप्लीटली रॉन्ग। तो वो नाम से अच्छा लगता है कि लाइक सिस्टमैटिक व्हिच इज कंट्रोलेबल, बट एक्चुअली दे आर रिवर्स। नॉन सिस्टमैटिक आर कंट्रोलेबल डाइवर्सिफाइबल, और सिस्टमैटिक आर आपका नॉन कंट्रोलेबल। तो वो कहीं ना कहीं चीजें जो है ना, वो इसीलिए फट रहा है आपका। तो उस पर थोड़ा सा ना, मतलब थोड़ा सा अगर नहीं आता कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पास होना आप, उनके पास तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन है, दैट विल हेल्प यू।
और ये ऐसे एग्जांपल्स वगैरह नहीं दूं मैं फालतू, मतलब
हाँ,
ज्यादा वो नहीं, जहाँ पे रिक्वायर्ड है अगर वो आपको पिच करते हैं वो। हाँ,
ठीक
ओके
है
सर।
ठीक है।
Yeah, and if you go through the annual report of Reserve Bank,
Yes, sir.
that is a very concisely written document, very concise. So pick up some words from there, and explanation is also given. Only that much is sufficient for that.
Yes sir, I will read it sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much sir.
Okay.
All the best.
All the best.